Hey there, I wanted to take a minute to answer the student question about homework 2, finding a linear function that models data. So I have the problem pulled up here, and it asks me to find a linear function that models the data with x equal to the number of years after 2000 and f of x equal to the population in millions. So notice that the y, or f of x, is already population in millions. So that list, when I put it into my calculator, should remain the same. But x equals the number of years after 2000. So I'm going to have to adjust my first list to represent how many years it's been since 2000. So to do a linear function model on my calculator, I'm going to go to the stat key, and then I'm going to edit my list. So I'm going to hit enter. I have to clear out the data that I already have in there. And so I'm going to go up to highlight the L2 and do clear enter. Go over to list 1, do clear enter. And then I'm going to go ahead and for x equals, for the year 2000, I'm going to do x equals 0, because that's how many years it's been since the year 2000. And then 10 would be 2010. 2020 would be 20. And then I have 30. And let me go back up and correct my 20. Get back to there. Okay, so 2040 would be 40 years since the year 2000. And I have 2050 would be 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and then 2100 would be 100 years since the year 2000. Okay, so that's my first list. And then my second list, I want to enter the y values, or f of x, exactly as I see them. So 277.5, 307.2, 334.2, 352.3, 386.7, 405.5, 440.4, 471.6, 503.2, 541.6, and 578.3. Okay, so really quickly, once you've entered everything, just go back and double check that you entered everything correctly, because even one little digit off can throw off your entire answer. So I'm just gonna go back up, check all of these. And it looks like I've got everything entered correctly. So what I'm going to do now is go back to my home screen. I'm going to do second mode to get back to my home screen. I go back into stat, but this time, instead of editing my list, I want to go to the calc menu. So I use my right arrow, go to the calc menu, select number 4, linreg ax plus b. So that will find me a linear regression function. My x's are in list 1, my y's are in list 2, so that's all matching up. If I wanted to see the graph, I could store my equation by going to the vars key, yvars, function, y1, and then it will store my, my linear equation in y1 for graphing. So when I calculate, I get y equals ax plus b, a equals 2.946272727, b equals 270.7318182. So this student, in asking the question, got the correct slope, but the wrong y-intercept. And that was probably because the years were not adjusted. That's my best guess for why the y-intercept was incorrect. So if we come back over here and put in the correct y-intercept, and they say round to 3 decimal places. So I'll get 2.946x, and then my y-intercept will be 270.732, because I want to round correctly to 3 decimal places.